Good morning, everyone. My name is Sergio Zaera. I'm an AI engineer and project leader at Iberia. And today I'm going to be presenting the project called SynapticCity. We have presented this project in New Reefs last December in Canada. So we're happy to have a space here to share our new ideas. Thank you. To share our new ideas. So just a quick view about Iberia. It's a Spanish company. It's based in Madrid. We basically do AI for the industry. And when I mean industry, I mean every kind of industry. So here you have an example of the energy sector for the project, for example, Donetsk Flux, which is the fusion energy. Also naval and infrastructure, so with predictive maintenance and digital models. And materials. This is a new line of project that we have, the discovery of new materials. We use nanomaterials and perovskite, so actually a lot of things in the sector. Okay. So starting, Green is the base project that we have been developing for the last 2 years, and it's the base for this new project called SynapticCity. Green has been the pleasure of being presented in Flower AI Summit of the last year and also in the Flower Monthly, so we are happy. And if you want to see it, I think the Flower Monthly is in June, so check it out. So we have find during the development of Green and during this investigation some critical challenges that face not only smart cities but also really correlated with the federated learning. This will be the fragmented data. We have isolated data sets that are difficult to collaborate between them. Also, on the other hand, centralized systems. We have silos of data, single locations of data that in the industry have problems because it has some vulnerabilities and some maybe lead to the misuse of this information. And finally, outdated models, because in a dynamic environment of the city, of the smart cities, it's difficult if outdated models can adapt to these situations. So, to overcome this challenge, we propose the SynapticCity that integrates three cutting-edge technologies. The foundation models that have these advanced capabilities to process this urban data information. Also federated learning that you already know, and I'm going to stop right here for that. And the blockchain. The important part of Green was the blockchain and federated learning combination. And here we have it again. That allows us to have a network decentralized. They have transparency, mutability. That is also regulated using the smart contracts that are the rules inside of this network. So, this is not going to be quite of a technical talk. We can talk about the technology and the technical details later. But due to the time, I just want to show a real use case that it's going to take place maybe the next 3 years that we are going to develop for the Spanish ministry. And we have identified a main concept. And the concept here, or the idea, is to going from the real world to the digital. So having real assets, physical assets, transforming to digital assets using this kind of information. So 3 main areas. Urban infrastructure, that can be energy, utilities, transportation. Cultural treasures, art, monuments of the city, and also resources like water, park, forest. Okay, every asset of this that I mentioned can be converted from the digital to the, for the real to the digital assets. And I want to show you a real example that may take place. So, in this case, we call these smart water tokens are the consumption, the water consumption, that is a real asset, transforming these digital assets called token. So in a scenario where when there is water crisis due to the climate change overpopulation, we can install water flow sensor in each household to monitor the consumption of each apartment. Then, AI agents or other mechanisms, it's not necessary, but AI agents works really well, can process this data locally and then send summaries to the blockchain or these analytics. An important part here, a foundation model. A foundation models can analyze these consumption patterns and adjust the incentives due to those dynamic factors. So, what's the important part here? That the user gain more for participating inside of the smart city and the network than for not doing nothing. So, each user that participates and reduces its water consumption will receive some of this token as a reward for this contribution. And these tokens can be also sold to other industries or users that wants to, let's say, use this excessive water that have not been used. So, where does the federated take place here? We find two very interesting options. One will be the building-wide, will be a shared model built around all the units of the building, and the other one will be the cross-building federation between different clusters of buildings that act similar, so you can detect patterns and everything. So, important key here. We're going from the physical to the digital, and that can be applied to almost anything. Here you have some examples: urban mobility, energy peak, local food, and this is a reality. This is something that is happening. We have calls in Spain that we are answering with this information, and luckily we will start this year or maybe next year in a project that will be the next, I think, 3 years of development, trying to develop this in detail. So, to conclude really fast, this will allow us to have 3 things. Privacy, we have privacy and collaboration within the not having to share the data, immutability and transparency within the blockchain, and have all the actors collaborating inside the city, the government, and everyone who wants to join inside of this network. So, I know it's a big concept. I know you may have a lot of questions, so here you have my contact. We also have a poster outside in the door, so please come, check it out. We can discuss everything in detail, because I know it's a big theme. So thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy it.